Hey guys, just before the interview, we want to introduce our new correspondent all the way from New Jersey. He'll be working with Crisscross Adventures now. His name's Rocco. So stay on the lookout for a bunch of stuff that Rocco's going to do. Let's get into his first 3 quick questions right now.
Hello, Crisscrossers. Back with 3 quick questions for Harley T Morris at Newell, West Virginia. Harley T, first question. Who's your favorite wrestler and why?
Hey Rocco, thanks for having me. Now to answer your first question, who is my favorite wrestler of all time? Well, growing up, it was Kane. Just the mask, the backstory, all of that. Not to mention red was my favorite color. But as I got older, I probably have to give that distinction to CM Punk. For several reasons. One, he isn't the biggest guy. Well, neither am I. Yet he is a very skilled, technical, charismatic professional wrestler, which I believe I fall into that category as well. Also, if it wasn't for him, I would have never figured out what straight edge meant, which I am straight edge. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do any drugs as well. And because of him, I know what that term means. So for all those, I'd probably have to give it to CM Punk.
Harley, second question. Who is your favorite tag team of all time and why?
Now, for my favorite tag team, that's kind of a 3-way tie in a way because I grew up in the mid to late 90s. So my tag teams that I was a huge fan of were Edge and Christian, the Dudley Boys, and the Hardy Boys. For several reasons. Edge and Christian at the time were being advertised as brothers, and I have a twin brother myself who growing up we wanted to be tag team champions. We wanted to be the next tag team brothers. That's kind of the same reason why we were greatly into the Dudley Boys and the Hardy Boys is because the Dudley Boys were advertised as brothers as well. Not to mention the tables, the ladders, the chairs, the extreme and creative ways that they used weapons in those matches just made me a huge fan of tag team wrestling. So I'd have to give it to a 3-way tie with Edge and Christian, the Dudley Boys, and the Hardy Boys.
Harley, third question. Who is your favorite manager of all time and why?
Now, as for my favorite manager of all time, that's a tough one. Mainly because I don't feel like managers get the due that they're owed. There's probably a lot of great managers in the history of professional wrestling that just don't come to mind right now for me. But at this very moment, I'd probably have to give it to either Jim Cornette or Paul Heyman, but I'd probably lean right now towards Jim Cornette because he knew how to get a star over, he knew how to draw heat, and he knew how to not just make it about himself, but make it about his team as well. And I feel like managers are kind of having a bit of a reinsurgence into professional wrestling, and it's a great thing to see because like anything, they are a tool that we can use to tell very, very compelling and great stories. So with everything that he has done and everything, the way he carries himself, the way he would portray his talent, his clients, I'd have to give it to Jim Cornette. Anyway, Rocco, thank you very much for having me on.
Thank you very much for watching, everyone. And Crisscrossers, just stay tuned for further content and very nice things.